Hello, and welcome to Weird Law Bullshit Corner, everybody, where we're in two sections of a wall which connect, and we're talking about bullshit from the Spider-Man comics, of which there is quite a lot. My name is Henry, and I will be your host, but your main dude this evening is Jack, who's going to be taking us through the wonderful world of Spider-Man comics. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing okay, and I'm wondering as well, is there going to be a time when you're not the host?
I don't know.
Like one of these days they're going to turn on and you'll be like, hi, I'm Henry and I'm not the host.
I'm the
leaving.
guest, yeah. I'm out.
I've got somewhere to be.
I've got to return to my home planet now.
But no, we're talking Weird Law. If you haven't listened to Weird Law Bullshit Corner before, I'll pick some nonsense from the Spider-Man comics, and Henry, who doesn't read comics, kind of just tries to understand.
Tries is the very strongly operative word.
I mean, the main thing really is like, it's fun for us, but then it's also like, there's an element of me like, I've got to make use of this stupid knowledge I have. Because I'm getting close to reading every Spider-Man comic in 20th century, which, when you really dig down into it, is a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
When you get into these weird, like, one-off series and stuff, and then you're like, oh, cool, let's check out this one-off series. Oh no, it's a 10-part mini-series. Oof. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. But I swear I do like comics, despite how upset I just sounded.
Yeah, he's wincing, but it's like a pleasant wince. It's like, I'm in pain, but in a good way.
It's like a tequila shot.
Yeah.
I actually do love tequila, so that works.
Why? Tequila's like the worst alcohol.
It's the best. Anyway, speaking of the best, no, really not the best.
No, we're in the bullshit corner. I don't want none of the best. I want bullshit. Yeah. But have some bullshit for me. Or I'm getting out of the corner.
This week we're talking about a Spider-Man villain.
Oh, yeah.
A Spider-Man villain which you 100%, 1,000% would not have heard of.
Oh, no.
His real name...
Okay.
...is, I think I'm saying this right, Jalome Beacher.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Although it's worth mentioning that in his second appearance, his name briefly changed to Jerome because there was some kind of discrepancy between the writers not knowing his name.
Sure.
Which just goes to show the level
care and love for this
character.
Jerome Beacher, Jalome. Jalome isn't a name. What are you talking about? I think I know what's coming, and I am like pre-groaning.
I don't know if you would know, actually. In fact, I think it's pretty impossible for you to know what this is.
Just like the name Jerome, I'm kind of like on the edge a bit.
First appearing in The Amazing Spider-Man 272, created by Tom DeFalco and artist Sal Buscema. And that issue came out in January 1986. So
awesome.
In an issue called Make Way for Slyde.
Oh, no.
With Slyde spelled Slyde.
Yeah, this is exactly what I thought it would be.
Okay, so I'm going to send you over his first appearance in the panel.
Yeah.
Where he's shouting out the name of the issue.
Sure. Oh, Jesus.
Can you describe this guy?
I'm going to try. So he's got like a white jumpsuit on, and he's got like green knee pads and elbow pads. And he's got some weird like garbage visor. He looks a bit like Lube Man from the Watchmen series.
That's not where the similarities end, funnily enough.
Is he like lubricated as well? Is that they call him Slyde?
It may be.
Oh,
you might be right on the money with that one. Now, I'll send you another image of him in action.
Action being a very, very strong word for this bullshit.
He's first introduced robbing a bank, slipping and sliding around.
Jesus Christ.
See, his main thing, right? Okay, let's get into the origin and the power set. Jalome was a chemical engineer who created... He worked for this company, I think I've forgotten the name of the company, but that's what it would be. But I've never heard of them in any other comics. So they're not even like one of the big evil corporations in the Marvel Universe. And he was a chemical engineer who created a non-stick coating that could be applied to anything. It eliminated all friction between that object and surfaces to revolutionize the non-stick frying pan.
But unfortunately, it couldn't help the friction between him and his now ex-wife.
Pretty much. I just sent you over a picture of him in action.
Of course he's black.
Yeah, and he's frying some eggs.
And yeah, I'm not sure you want that to happen to your eggs when you're cooking them.
Yeah, I mean, if it's got no friction, right?
You need some friction to keep the eggs from flying off of your pan.
Yeah, because if you put them in at, like, anything other than directly above, right, they would just zoom off and fly out the window.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really understand physics enough to know, but friction is needed in life, generally.
If without any kind of friction, if you don't, unless you drop it like exactly 90 degrees perpendicular to the pan, it's going to slurp in one direction.
Yeah, with Jalome, I'm not going to call him Jalome. With Slyde, this guy, he basically, his white bodysuit that he's wearing is coated in this substance. So he's
completely
a slippery
frictionless.
Motherfucker. He's lube man.
He's literally lube man.
And he slips and slides around, but he has, like, the green parts of his suit, he's got, like, grippers on his hands, knees and elbows and stuff so that he can grip some things.
Yeah.
But he basically just slips and slides around. And he actually robs banks initially with a toy gun.
2 observations for... I'm just going to call him Lube Man, because that's what he is. But, 2 observations. 1, in that image where he's, like, breaking into the bank, I bet that, like, security guard would have a lot less qualms shooting at an unarmed man if he knew he was black under there.
On that note, here's another image of him going through guys' legs.
Oh my god. Oh god.
And Spider-Man tries to catch him, and it doesn't go well for him. The webbing just doesn't stick, obviously.
Yeah.
He can also just... I don't know. He's a slippery motherfucker. You can't grab onto him. So it's just an endless chase with this dude.
How does Spider-Man go that far to jump off a building?
Well, yeah, in the image that Henry's talking about, he dives at him, Slyde slips around a lamppost, and Spider-Man plummets into Joe's fruits and vegetables.
Joe looks so upset. Hey, Spider-Man, stop fucking with my tangerines.
After he gets away with this crime, he's sort of like, that's when he reveals his origin story, which is, as we said, he was a chemical engineer, he worked at Beaumont Manufacturing, he figured out this amazing invention.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of food. And
probably because of all those eggs.
Yeah.
Also, like, you know how that the wall behind him is like kind of yellow? Do you think that's just like years and years of like failed experiments and that's just like his walls are coated in egg by now?
Yeah, all the eggs like flying around that room.
Yeah.
But basically what happened is his company was bought by a larger organization. Mm-hmm. A man named Rockwell came in and placed in charge, and then he just shut down his lab because he was like, presumably we need some friction on these pans.
Yeah.
But he shuts them down, and then Beacher was fired, and he's like, I'm going to make my own company and make my own frying pans.
Yeah.
But then he found out that no bank would lend him any money without a sizable down payment, which he didn't have.
Because of the whole black thing.
Yeah, in the 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess he's kind of like Don Cheadle in Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
And so he ends up breaking in, stealing his own stuff back, and then wrecking the laboratory. And it's when he's there that he discovers a case that contains proof that the new owners of the company have turned the whole organization into a front for laundering money. And
obviously, he can't let that slide.
Yeah, exactly. He's like robbing banks to kind of get money so he can make his frying pan company. But in the meantime, he's trying to fuck over these dudes. And he's like, oh, I've got all this proof on you. I'm going to set up a ransom. Spider-Man finds out about it. Tries to save Slyde's life when he realizes they're going to double cross and kill him. He takes the guys down. He ends up taking Slyde down. But then the FBI arrive. And they're like, we have to let him go because this was all a sting operation. And Slyde actually contacted the FBI first in order to catch the people in the act.
Okay. So it's a triple cross.
I guess, yeah, it's a triple cross. But there's more crossing involved because basically Spider-Man's kind of pissed because he ends up with
egg on his face.
He gets eggs on his face, and this guy's been robbing banks, and he's gonna get away with it with praise from the FBI, and he's like, "Fuck you! I've been actually trying to stop crimes."
Yeah.
At which point, Slyde says the line, which I love, which I've just sent to you as well. That's the biz, sweetheart.
Ugh,
which is just this ultimate rubbing Spider-Man's face in it.
Yeah, that's the biz, sweetheart. Oh god. He's rocking in the costume like more than he probably should be.
And then, speaking of another double cross, well, the FBI are like, not only did we get to confiscate this 25 grand that was part of the ransom to Slyde, but we also get to catch them in the act and arrest them, and everything's well and good. We just have to let one lube man go free.
Let them slip away.
Yeah, but then Slyde also decides that he wants to keep the briefcase. So he just grabs the 25k and slides away, and no one can stop it. And Spider-Man's like, fuck it at this point. So despite being a completely like underpowered, ridiculous villain, he actually kind of gets away with it. And I don't know about you, but I'm kind of on Slyde's side.
I feel like, yeah, if you don't like take what you get, they're gonna fuck you over because of the FBI. You're kind of on a hiding to nothing a little bit. You're like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna slip out when I can, you know?
He turns up again in Web of Spider-Man 23 in the same year. That's the issue where he's known as Jerome Beacher for some reason.
Jalome isn't a real name, that's why.
It goes back to Jalome after this issue, though.
Oh my god. I was gonna say that the Marvel like comics office met a black person. They were like, of course that's not a real name.
Imagine that if it was just like they misheard the name Jerome when they met one guy called that.
And they tried to get him to stay to like help them with the Luke Cage comics. He was like, no.
There's a whole thing in this issue. This is such a weird issue because basically all that happens in it starts off, he steals shit from the Bugle. Peter Parker spots him, is like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Fucking Slyde again.
Yeah.
He goes after him, finds out that basically this money he'd stolen wasn't enough for him to start his frying pan business. So he ended up trying to steal more files on mobs from the Bugle so that he could extort them for more money.
I mean, at this point, just go to a venture capitalist, man.
But anyway, he ends up escaping via Trump Tower, weirdly enough.
Of course he does.
And
speaking of slippery motherfuckers.
And then he just gets away again. So that whole issue is just him turning up and then slipping away again.
Yeah.
This is 2 issues of Spider-Man failing to stop Slyde.
Effectively a greased up, like, naked man.
Yeah. And then again, he turns up in Spider-Man Unlimited number 6 in 1993. So 7 years without Slyde.
Yeah.
And he comes back.
7 Slyde for years.
Yeah. And he's back as Jalome again. That's the issue in which Spider-Man refers to him as Slyde, Slippery Urban Commando.
Acronyms suck.
It actually is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. The Slyde suck.
That's the move he does on women. Like, a Slyde suck is like when he kind of like goes away after like having sex with them because he sucks. Nothing more obscene than that. Don't give me that look.
Well, it's still sex. I don't know why we're going into sex. But anyway, he this is a weird issue as well because Spider-Man actually catches him right at the beginning of the issue by like making like webs between like all these lampposts, so he makes a cage of webbing that he can't slide out of. But then Luke Cage turns up and
hey, don't use cages, that's my thing.
He just picks up a lamppost and starts whacking Spider-Man with it.
Yeah.
And then Slyde just slips away again. And then Spider-Man's like, what the fuck? And then he's like, oh, sorry, my bad, and leaves. And it's really weird.
Does Luke Cage know he's a brother?
Yes. Because it turns out Slyde actually paid Cage to run interference when he was robbing a bank.
Yeah.
I haven't read a lot of Luke Cage. I didn't realise he got into that level of dirty dealing. But it turns out he's stealing from a bank to raise money to pay the ransom for his brother, who has been kidnapped by the mob who were pissed at him for stealing from them before.
Okay.
So Cage is helping him out, and then Spider-Man ends up getting involved. Cage, Slyde, and Spider-Man team up to save his brother. Mm-hmm. He tries to slip and slide away again, and then Cage just like knocks him out.
That's the move.
Yeah.
Just punch him really hard in the head.
And then he turns up again in the Thunderbolts in 97.
Oh my god.
I sent you a photo of him alongside some of his other Thunderbolts. There's a lot of them. He's not on the team for very long. Oh wait, no, sorry. No, he's not in the Thunderbolts. It's in the Thunderbolts number 25 in 97. And basically he's a new member of the Masters of Evil.
Okay.
Which have like 1 million members in this issue. He basically does nothing here. Mm-hmm. His one line is, aha, I'm too slippery for you, Avenger. You missed. To which Hawkeye gets him with the rebound of an arrow, knocks him out and says, got news for you, Teflon boy. I never miss. So that's his last appearance in the 90s.
Is getting knocked out by an arrow.
Yeah. Then things get like a little weirder.
Oh, sure. Why not?
When he next turns up, he's kind of like revamped his look. He's basically got gold goggles now. He has a katana.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, and he's basically like, now he's a ninja. Or he's dressed like a ninja.
If he's like got like no friction, you don't want to be holding a sharp sword as you zoom around on the ground. That's insane.
Apparently that's his idea.
This whole thing ended with him getting like stabbing himself in the face.
Okay, so Spider-Man Unlimited, Volume 3.
Yeah.
Issue 1.
Great.
In 2004. The premiere issue is a Slyde in it. He has a lot of good quotes in this. He at one point says, "Slide into destiny." He punches Spider-Man whilst announcing "Slide punch." And he also, my favourite one, "If you can't take the slide, stay out of the Slyde kitchen."
That doesn't even make sense. What's a Slyde kitchen?
I don't know.
Is that why I have all this Teflon product?
I think it's a kitchen with no friction. A frictionless kitchen, if you will.
Just like raw egg just sliding all over the walls. Non-stick frying pans everywhere.
The gist of this is that he's basically robbing a bank, but then when Spider-Man arrives, it turns out that it was all a ruse because he just wants to fight Spider-Man.
There's got to be easier ways of doing that.
I guess that's the way you get Spider-Man's attention, I don't know.
Yeah.
I sent you an image of his Slide punch, but then also Spider-Man spends a long time trying to remember him because he just can't remember who he is.
He just punches him in the back and he's like, "Ow!" That's amazing.
Yeah, so this dude...
Spider-Man just doesn't remember him.
Yeah. At this point, it's been like almost 20 years since his debut, and he's turned up like 3 times, and one of them is like a one-panel Thunderbolts appearance where Hawkeye knocks him out. He gets outside and the press are there, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to talk to them and like big up myself as this new villain." And that's when he starts talking to them, and he comes up with a fake origin story. And it's like the best fake origin story ever, because he really wants to sell himself as this cool villain.
Yeah. Did he like claim to have invented the Jar Jar slide?
What year was Jar Jar slide?
It might have been 2004.
Yeah, maybe 2003?
Yeah. He also could have invented the electric slide.
Or the slip and slide.
Yeah.
According to his origin story, it starts in the most amazing way, which I have to send you this photo, where basically he says that in his origin story, his parents were killed in an alley shooting, much like Batman. But instead of being killed by a criminal, his parents were killed by superheroes, specifically Captain America and the Hulk. And not only did they kill him, but they killed him with a gun. Which leads to this amazing image.
No, I don't believe that. Hulk can't use a gun.
Of Captain America and Hulk stood there holding smoking guns while a baby Jalome.
Are they still sticking with Jalome in like the mid-2000s?
Sorry?
Are they still sticking with Jalome as a name?
Oh yeah. Jalome stays. Jerome was only one issue where he went by Jerome.
And then he's like Jalome.
Basically, his new origin story, according to him, is that the Hulk shot his mum and dad.
Why would the Hulk shoot somebody?
I don't know, but like I'm happy that there's an image of the Hulk holding a gun.
You can barely hold it. It looks like a little like tic tac in his hand. He couldn't pull the trigger. He'd like destroy it.
Regardless,
Hulk first sounded worst.
But that's not his full origin story. Mm-hmm. Later in life, he was scared by an African sliding snake. Ugh. At which point he chose to take on the guise to strike fear into the hearts of superheroes.
Oh, like Batman, but
yeah,
slipperier.
But then Spider-Man turns up and says, "There's no such thing as an African sliding snake.
That's not a real thing.
And your parents are probably retired and living in Florida."
Oh, snap.
And then he reveals, like, "Actually, I kind of remember you. Weren't you just trying to make a frying pan?" And then he just, like, denies him. Spider-Man, like, takes him out in, like, one punch.
Yeah.
And he's arrested. It turns out when he gets into the back of the police truck, he's actually really happy because he's like, "I almost had him. I went toe-to-toe with Spider-Man. For a moment there, I had him on the ropes." Which isn't true.
That's absolutely not true.
No.
Spider-Man didn't even, like, you punched him lightly in the back and he got mildly irritated.
Yeah, but it turns out that it's all because he was turning 40. And basically he was, like, upset because he was, like, thinking of all the things he could have been doing. He's, like, single, living in a shitty apartment. he knows people who have like families and they're getting married.
His life has slipped him by.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, but I fought Spider-Man. And in his head, he went toe to toe. Okay. Sudden dark turn. In Wolverine...
Does this end in suicide?
No, but in Wolverine, Volume 3, number 26, Slyde was apparently killed by Elektra.
How?
By stabbing him with her sword.
He got stabbed. Oh my god! What a stupid way to die! If you're completely frictionless. You got stabbed.
But
Did he like slide into her sword or something stupid?
apparently, it was later revealed to not be Slyde. Well, it was Slyde, but it wasn't Jalome.
Was it Jerome?
It's Jalome's stepbrother, Matt, who I wish was called Jerome, but it's just called Matt. They didn't go that far.
That's kind of disappointing. Maybe like Jalome's parents were like, yeah, like Jalome was too much. I'm going to go like very basic with this next one.
Basically, Jalome was in prison, and then his brother found the outfit. Presumably the brother who got kidnapped and saved by Luke Cage.
Yeah.
But then he took the Slyde outfit and then just got killed by Elektra, like, immediately.
Because, yeah, like, imagine if you don't know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to die in that costume.
Okay, this isn't the end of Slyde.
No, of course not.
But it is also the end of Slyde. In a one-off issue called Civil War War Crimes.
Is it an actual superhero's name, or is that just the name of the thing?
That's the issue.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a guy called War Crimes comes up and kills Slyde.
Almost. In 2007, Jalome back as Slyde again, alongside Trapster, who is someone who is currently called Trapster, but back when he first launched was called Paste Pot Pete. Who I would do a weird lore on, but to be honest, like, is even more thin on the ground and less exciting than Slyde. But Paste Pot Pete
is a guy with like a bucket of paste, effectively.
Yeah, he basically like has glue and gloop and stuff in these shoots, and he was like a recurring villain for the Human Torch because he would like extinguish his fire with the paste or something.
Oh shit! Okay.
But there's a great moment actually where Spider-Man meets Paste Pot Pete for the first time
and gets high as fuck.
No, he just
ooh yeah.
He just when he hears him announce his name as Paste Pot Pete, Spider-Man just like laughs so hard he just like falls on the floor laughing.
Yeah.
And then Paste Pot Pete just like leaves because Spider-Man's laughing so hard.
He gets humiliated.
But in this issue, Slyde and Trapster, aka
Paste
Pot Pete, are teaming up. I guess they're a good combo of that.
One's really like slippery, one's really sticky.
One is got no friction, one of them's got all the friction. Together, they make a normal amount of friction.
Yeah. It's like being on a flat ground in some regular shoes.
Basically, at this point, this is in the middle of the superhero Civil War, which, for those who don't know, is kind of like in the movie, but also it's about like superhumans registering their secret identities.
And it's like the one where like Spider-Man like unmasks himself to like the public and immediately regrets it.
Yeah, exactly. But in this, Slyde does have some regrets because
Slyde has many regrets.
Yeah, I mean he's teaming up with Trapster.
He's like 45, 50 by this point.
Together, they meet with Hammerhead. Who we've talked about in previous Weird Laws. I swear Hammerhead like dips his toes in like
in all
every single Weird Law thing.
Like he's on like a cow field. He's just constantly stepping in bullshit.
Yeah, and Hammerhead, for those who don't know, is a guy with a big hard head, and he's an old-timey gangster.
Yeah. And
anyway, he's basically trying to organize a group of super criminals to take advantage of the superhero like Civil War and be like, let's team up.
That's almost a clever plan.
Yeah. But the less smart part of it is that he's approaching Trapster and Slyde about this.
Of all the people you can contact.
Trapster's like kind of into it, but he's not sure. And then Slyde is like, wait, no, I don't want to do this. Yeah. Like, I'll pick up some jobs here and there, but this is bullshit. And that's when Hammerhead's enforcer called Underworld.
That's a great name.
And I didn't know this guy existed until I read this comic. And as far as I can tell, he's the most fucking boring character in the world. He's like an eviler Punisher. He's like a guy with guns and sunglasses and a leather jacket.
So how is he more evil than Punisher? Like, Punisher kills people. Is Underworld the same?
Underworld
but
kills people, but he works for the bad guys.
So he's like a common thug.
Yeah, but he has like 2 guns.
Oh, he's double gunning.
Yeah, and he wears sunglasses, and that's about all I got.
Is he like a rejected character from The Matrix Reloaded or something?
Yeah, he is. He's like a background character in the Matrix Revolutions. But basically, when Slyde is like talking shit, being like, "Oh, fuck all this, I don't want to," Underworld comes in and just shoots him in the head. And so Slyde dies for the second time, but this time it's actually Jalome.
Yeah. Jalome is Jagon. It doesn't make sense. Okay, I know.
Yeah. Maybe he should come back as Jagome.
Jagome, yeah.
And then his body is dumped in the street. He's dumped in the street as a warning to other people.
Is he put on the ground? He just slides down the street.
Unfortunately, comics aren't like a moving medium, but maybe if this was some kind of animated show, we could just see him slowly slide.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about
like the like pedestrians like jumping over this like sliding corpse coming towards them. Like, what the fuck was that?
I mean, maybe we need to look up like what is the word topography of New York, because it seems pretty flat, but like, is he going to slide all the way into the sea, or is he going to get there and then hit like a ridge and then slide back? Goes up a half pipe.
Yeah, until he loses momentum, he's just going to go like that forever.
The neighborhood kids start using him as a skateboard.
Yeah.
And
there's more.
In The Amazing Spider-Man 602, another version of Slyde is spotted. This time in a blue suit, but it turns out the whole time it was like an undercover police officer who's taken on the guise of Slyde for some reason.
Undercover was Slyde. I thought it was like, this is like a superhero vigilante cop kind of going like, I'm gonna take on the law into my own hands. I'm gonna make a lube costume, which is an insane thing to think.
I think for that's just like, that must have been Dan Slott. I think Dan Slott would like pick up these like random ass Spider-Man villains and just throw them in for like a couple of panels just to be like, fuck it.
Yeah,
like, I've read a comic with Slyde in it.
I'm using him again. He's coming back.
Past that, okay, this is going to be a completely insane sentence, and I haven't read this issue, so I cannot respond to any follow-up questions.
Great, my favourite kind of crazy.
A modified version of the Slyde suit was used by someone called Mercenary Stacy X after the second Night Thrasher gave a team of former mutants technology in order to continue being powered. And Mercenary Stacy X was given a modified version of the Slyde suit so she can slip and slide around, along with Stiltman's armor so she can get stilts like Stiltman.
Yeah.
Web shooters, somehow they got a hold of like some discarded web shooters, and Frogman springs.
And she uses those all at the same time.
Yeah, so she
lasted about 20 minutes before she broke her neck.
Okay, well, actually, she became a new warrior and then apparently died in an explosion.
I can imagine. In my head, it's kind of like she announced herself as new warrior and then immediately explodes for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're escaping a exploding building, and then she accidentally slides, activates the stilts, and bounces into it. I don't know.
Or she can't get away because she's too lubricated.
Yeah.
She's like running on the spot really fast.
I feel like if you had a frictionless costume with springs and stilts, as soon as you put it on, you would just slip and slide and bounce around forever, and no one would be able to stop you.
No one would be able to help you.
You'd end up like orbiting the Earth as like a second moon.
You'd be like just stuck in a warehouse, your body having long died, your body turned into a jelly inside of a frictionless bag.
Yeah, so and that's the end of both Slyde and the non-stick frying pan technology that Jerome Beacher invented.
Because that was my question, like, did he ever get his frying pan made?
As far as I know, all he did is fail to get a loan and then get shot in the head.
Oh, it's like every other black person.
That's a horrible joke.
But an inaccurate one?
This is why we should start the podcast with, "Hi Jack, I'm white. Hi,
I'm Hen. Hi Jack, I am white, Jack."
God, I can't speak. With me announcing my whiteness and you announcing your blackness. So you can make these horrible jokes in peace.
And it's fine, yeah. I'm a black person. Even though I don't sound it, I'm a black person. I don't know if that makes it any better, but...
It does. It makes it better. I don't know if it makes it, like, better, though.
It doesn't make it worse. It's only horrible rather than, like, unforgivable.
Yeah, so that's it for Slyde. Slyde.
Slyde.
He's a character invented solely so that he could eventually appear on a podcast that would have a segment called Weird Law Bullshit Corner.
And the PowerPoint of comic book superheroes, he is but one Slyde.
Well, on that note.
Yeah, I don't really have anything more to say about Slyde other than he's a slippery motherfucker like Shaft, but maybe 10% is cool. But yeah. So, in our Weird Law tradition, I'd like to rate our good friend Slyde.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about the rating.
Compared to the rest of the guys, I think he's like a good, like, C-, C-Lyde.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pun grown worthy of Jalome.
Yeah. More like Jalome.
So, wait, so he's getting a C-, right? What's the reason behind that?
I'm just like, he sucks.
Yeah.
But not in a way that's like particularly like upsetting or annoying. He's just not very good. You're just like, okay.
Yeah.
So you're just really slippery and that's it. The idea of like a supervillain like who wants to create like a frying pan empire and failing and then becoming a supervillain is just so pathetic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic. Yeah. I don't know, is it more or less pathetic than the Gibbon?
The Gibbon had like nowhere to go, but he makes more of it than Slyde makes of his potential.
Yeah, I guess the Gibbon started off as an orphan.
Like a circus orphan.
A circus orphan with a weird face, and then ended up where did he end up? He just ended up in hospital. we were getting his stomach pumped. But Slyde, I mean, he was a prospective business owner, I suppose.
Yeah.
He had dreams of a frictionless future.
And sadly...
He one day wanted to live in a world where all men could not walk hand in hand because they'd be slipping and sliding.
They'd slide hand in hand.
Yeah.
What I will say, though, is as a chemical engineering graduate, that's like the most lucrative job that I think any of them have.
Yeah.
It's not a very, like, fun degree, and all the chemical engineers I have would kill to be, like, a failed frying pan salesman.
Well, still got one up on me as an English grad who has probably a future more akin to the Gibbons.
So, yeah, you think about it, you're coming out on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go join the circus.
I'm going to go and try and make a frying pan and get shot in the head. Yeah.
Bye-bye, folks.
Yeah, so this is where we're going to slip away, folks. It's been another edition of Weird Law Bullshit Corner. And remember, that's the biz, sweetheart.